Many folks out there have long-time stuck rings, not necessarily causing trouble day to day, and it's stuck due to weight gain over the years. Along comes a need for ring removal, such as before a scheduled surgery. Here's my approach to the problem.
Over there. I'm just going to take the look here. That looks pretty well lined up there. Okay, so you can see that the device is right up against on the skin right next to the ring. It's not really over top of your rings, okay? So it looks pretty good. So we're going to get you to raise your hand up for 5 minutes. It's not pinching you or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, good. So it should be totally comfortable. You can just rest your elbow on the table if you like. I always like to tell people, just because there's compression there, you'll see that the fingertip often turns a little bit of discolor, a little bit of purple. Shouldn't hurt at all. As soon as you take the device off, the color goes back to normal, okay? We're going to take the compression device off. We're just going to take a look, reassess the finger, and see how much it's shrunken down, and then we'll probably put the cuff back on for 5 minutes, given this has been stuck for a long time, okay? So I'm just going to open the valve to let the pressure off. Wow, you can see how much it's shrunk down. You can see the seam there. So the size has come down a lot, which is awesome. And so what we're going to do is I'm just going to put the cuff back on, but I don't want to put it on exactly the same spot. I want to actually compress across that seam. So I'm just going to rotate the cuff a little bit, put it back on like that. Okay, so the second round of 5-minute compression is done. So we're going to open this valve here to let the pressure off. We're going to remove the cuff, and you can see it's really shrunken down a lot there, which is awesome. I think we're going to be probably set up for success here. I feel like right through here, it's perfect. There's still a little bit of a skin bulge here to work with. I'm actually going to put the cuff on one more time, and I'm just going to try and get it right over this section, because this here, we're there. We need a little bit more compression right here, okay? So I'm going to put this on just one last time, okay? Okay, so we're going to open the pressure up. Look at that skinny finger. That's awesome. The size came down so much, we're set up for success, I think, okay? There's still a little bit of skin bulge. We're going to put some lubricant on there. I'm going to a couple sprays right underneath the ring. I'm going to rotate that ring around to make sure it's all freely moving, which it is. I'm wearing gloves with texture grip. Allows me to grip that ring without sliding all over the place, and we're just going to start walking that ring off, okay? Now, this ring band is sometimes I like to use something a little bit of a claw technique where I get my fingernail under there a little bit. It just helps me provide some traction as I'm using what I call the corkscrew method here. We're going to keep walking it forward. Try and get over that little bit of bulge there. We're just going to go slow and steady. Yeah, it's moving itself forward, which is great. A little hard to grab a hold of. And you're still doing okay there? Great. All right. Just going to take it slow and steady. Look at that. Just doing corkscrew alone. Now the other thing is there's a rocker where we can rock it back and forth a bit. That helps us get a little bit. But this one came off.
Look at that.
There's one. Now I can go back and compress the finger again, or we can keep moving. We'll just try and keep going. I might have to put another round of compression on there, but we'll just start walking this one forward too, okay? And keep walking this one forward. Now this one here, I'm gonna put a little bit of counter traction. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. And I'm gonna take this towel here. Let's try and pull that skin underneath a little bit, because here we're bunching up there. So a little bit of what we call counter traction allows us to slip the skin under, and then a little bit of corkscrew combined with a little bit of counter traction. Keep walking it off. Slow and steady. There we go. Done. So you can wipe this off here. And so what happens is it always gets a little tight through here, but the ring came off. There's no abrasions. There's no skin damage there. The finger's obviously skinnier than when we started. It'll go right back to the size it was before. The good news is that both those rings came off and the problem is solved.
If you'd like to see more stuck ring removal cases, check out my other videos, including the injured finger case where we use a metacarpal block, and this case of severe swelling due to third space fluid.